Mayhem does thou await. Welcome one, welcome all to Mellow and Vibe, yeah baby. You know what time it is, it's episode 69 part 1. Yeah, you knew we were gonna do it, Mellow and Vibe episode 69 part 1 baby. Hellfire to the yeah. On this very episode, we getting spicy. What? Yeah, we are. We're getting very spicy. Down we go, up we come. Yes, indeed, because we dropped that. We did. Woo! Get that out there. Shake it out. All about. Indeed, as you can see from my attire, we're getting spicy. I'm dressing the part. Indeed, pure and true. Welcome one, welcome all to Mellow and Vibe. I am, of course, your host, Oscar Riedlin. This is episode 69, part 1. It is my honour, my pleasure, my privilege to be here with you. And just so you know, on this very episode, we're going to be getting spicy. We're going to be getting hot and heavy. So be warned. If that's not your cup of tea, then we'll see you in the next one on episode 70 after we've done what we wish to do. Yes, so let's get wild. Let's get wacky, shall we? Because it's Mellow and Vibe episode 69. We've been waiting for this for quite some time. Yes, we have. And we might get romantic. We might get a bit romantic because love is in the air. When you get hot, when you get heavy, when you get fire spice, you are casting out that love, that connection, that joy, that good time vibe, that feel of the real. Because when you get hot and you get heavy and you get spicy, you bond and you connect. It's very intimate. It's very together. It's very up close and personal, because that is how it be. If you can do it from across the room, then, well, we know what that means. Big! Yes, indeed. Yeah, it's exactly what that means. Or you've got some kind of skill that I'm not accustomed to, but I like to be intimate. I like to be very intimate. I love the skin on skin, the hot, the heavy feel. I love the sweat, the emanation of the heat, because together you can feel whoever you are with, whether it's one person or two people or three people, or in some weird, wild, what the fantasies that keep coming out of nowhere, the fantasies that are crafted and created by you, yeah baby. There's multiple people, 5 to 7 I think it was, or there's just one and it's intimate, hot, heavy, wild, wacky, do your thing while somebody watches, and then eventually when the moment is the moment, they join in. But it's whatever you want, whatever you're into, because when it comes down to the spice, when it comes down to the fire, we do love a good 69. We do love a good flavourful taste. We love the hot, we love the heavy, we love everything about it. I mean, I love to get wild, I love to get wacky, I'm insane. So if you know, and if you don't know, then let's just leave it at that, because if you don't know, it's probably best you don't know. But the important thing for me is honour, kindness, respect, because when you get to that zone, when you get into the hot and heavy zone, it's very intimate, and a lot of things can be very nerve-wracking, can be very overwhelming. So you've got to cast out that worship, you've got to cast out that honour, you've got to cast out that good time vibe, so the person or persons you are with, depending on how spicy you want to get, if you want a 3-way, 4-way, if you want 6 or 7, add to the mix, get to the indeed. But we'll go one-on-one. You know, you want to take care of this soul. You want to worship this soul. You want to kiss them and lick them and taste them. You want them to feel groovy and epic, and you want them to feel wanted because you want them. You want them pure and true. You want them in, you know, well, depending on what you're doing, you know, you want them in or you want to be in them. But it, you know, whatever you do it your way, because that's the beauty. And you want to emanate that warming grace, that warming, caring light, because when you're together and you're in that zone, whatever you do, whether you're licking here, kissing there, biting here, you know, spitting there, finger there, here, hand there, whatever it be, you want it to be magically amazing. You want it to feel, wow! I mean, I'm not a pro. I'm not saying I am. I'm not saying I am at all. I'm putting that out there because I am your host of Mellow and Vibe. I am Oscar Reeling, yeah, baby! And I am not a pro because I am not a pro. I mean, you know, I do what I can and I emanate out my best. You see, I make sure that the person I am with is having the best hellfire time that they can. Yes, yes, yes. Always. That's what I do. And of course, if it goes bam, 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 because of course you've got to remember it is a two-way street. It is a back and forth. It is some give. It is some take. It is some give. It is some take, because that's what it is. You've got to give out that pleasure. You've got to give out that kindness. You've got to give out that kind of feel, and you know what I mean if you know what I mean. So you've got to give that out, and you've got to give that out, and if they wish to gift that back, then hellfire to the yes. I mean, there have been many moments where the number one rule for me is, if it is not possible, or the moments do not allow it, depending on what the hell is going on, because sometimes life, you've got to make sure that the person you are with always gets that magical finish, always gets that magical feel. And you know, I'm talking about coming in the right way. You've got to make sure they come at the end of whatever you do. You know, they've got to have that magical feel, even if you don't. I mean, whatever you do, it's gonna be magic, because for me, if I cast out that kind of magic and they feel magic and they come you know, to smile, and you know, they feel happy, they come to feel happy, you know, you get what I'm emanating. I'm happy. If I can make the person I'm with, and you know who you are, if you know who you are, yes, who are you? I do not know, but I know, yeah. But yeah, that's what I always do. That's my number one rule. If it's not possible for me to get that, you know, to come to smile at the end, and you know, wherever it be, or come multiple times to smile, you know, at the end, or wherever it be, I always make sure they do. Because that is most important. If you can't, then you've got to make sure they do. Take care of them, you know, worship, kissing, nibbles, biting, bit of spitting, fingers, hand, high five, whatever it be. That is how you slay it, because as long as they're coming to smile and they're feeling magical, and you know, it's hot and heavy, wild and messy, then it is yes, please. Even, you know, even if it's just a magical moment where it's not too long, you don't have much time, whether, you know, you just open them up and you get into, you know, the business, you know, you spread open what needs to be, you know, seen, and you get into the business, or you get down to the business, you know, rocking it with the head motion, whatever it be, because it can be back, it can be forth, it's a two-way street. That is how you do it. And you may know exactly what I'm talking about, you may know I'm not. I'm talking about the magical moment, the spicy dance, where, you know, we do a bit of this, because it's how it should be. And that is what I like to do. If the moment of the moment is the moment, I like to make sure always that the person I'm with comes to smile, even if I can't, because you've got to cast out that magical feel, and that is the best way. And I'm into a lot of weird things. I'm into a lot of weird crafts and creations. You know, I like a bit of this, I like a bit of that. It's insane. And I like to experiment with new things, places I've never been before, you know, because it opens up new realms. It opens up new worlds. Because it's like, oh, why don't you try eating this, or licking that, or putting a finger there, or opening this up, or putting that there that you've never done before. Because, you know, you could, you know, go around back and, you know, go in the back way and be like, wow, you know, a bit of this, bit of that, because we do love some of that booty cake. That booty cake is sweet and delicious. Plus I love adding in, you know, strawberries and chocolate and whipped cream, chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, you know, frosting and fondant. I love adding in all that kind of madness, all that kind of vibe, because it is beautiful. And of course, toys always work, like, you know, little bracelets that, you know, keep you in a certain way, blindfolds, you know, things that you can put in your mouth that may not, you know, maybe open it up a little more, you know, so you can put things in, or maybe not put things in, and, you know, paddles to give you a bit of woo, vibing, profiling. There's so many things you can do. And of course, because this is Mellow and Vibe, episode 69, the 69 is beautiful. The 69 is bliss. I even love the standing 69, the tombstone style 69, because that is beautiful. And of course, twist it round, put them up, power bomb or Batista bomb. You know, there. Yep, you get the idea with that, because it is beautiful, it is bliss, and it tastes delicious. It is epically amazing. It be because. And all this you may not see, but all this is loving, it's intimate, it's romantic, because they're casting out their vulnerable side to you, because they're letting you, you know, see them absolutely in their birthday suit. They're letting you see them pure and true. Everything's on show, everything is here, and they've gifted you that honor, because not many people get that honor to see. Because if it be, then it be, yes please. And even just a soft, gentle, loving kiss is an honor. It's a pleasure. Holding the hands, like you can take it back, but from these moments, they are, I guess, gateways into the realm of spice. Because, you know, you hold somebody's hand, maybe after some time, you might get a kiss, or you might get a hug. They might not jump that step, you might get a kiss, you might get a hug, depending on how they feel. And then at some point, the kiss may lead, you know, down, you know, where they go. And then before you know it, you're doing the birthday suit, pure and true, and naked dance with each other, because it leads from there to there, because that is the gateway to the realm of spice. Because I've been there, you know. why did that sound like a... I wasn't bragging, but I'm just saying I've been there, and it's magically amazing. It's magically amazing for me to like... And just the initiation where you just begin with soft, gentle kisses, and it's all around the face area, the neck area, and you move down. Or maybe, because this has happened before, you know, you get spicy with the clothes staying on, because that works too. Oh my damn, there's so much you can do. Bit of this, bit of that underneath, bit of round the back, down, you know, there's so much magic you can emanate, so much magic you can cast, and there's so many other realms you can step into, like, you know, with feet, with booty, with saliva, with pet play, with cosplay, costume play. You know, there's the gold, you know, shower. Yep, there's that too. There's also the I'm a scat man. Yep, that one as well, because people, souls in this very world like a bit of scat man. There's a lot. There's so many you can jump into. I mean, there's even, you know, there's a lot. There's a lot. So many players, and there's also, you know, the. I'm going to say it, the daddy and the mummy. Yes, there's also that as well. So if you're into a daddy, mummy, kind of dom, sub, back, forth, rock, wild, yes, please, there's a bit of that, so we're rolling back and forth, we're rolling in here, we're rolling in there, and like I've said, there's multiple partners, so you can have a 3-way, you can have a 4-way, you can have a mix of multiple, which is perhaps 4 and more, because you don't know till you know, and there's so many fantasies. Let's not forget the furries and the neckos, because we love a bit of that. Yes, we do. We love the furries, we love the neckos, and of course what they say with a bit of spice is you should always leave them wanting more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that fire spice here just a little bit, and I'm going to leave you wanting a bit more, because that is how we do, and in ways I like and epically love a spice-filled marathon where you rock it wild, you do things, you get hot, you get heavy, you get sweaty, you kiss, you taste, you lick, you do that. Woo, baby! And then later on, you come back and you have more. This has been Mellow and Vibe episode 69, baby. Woo, we've been slaying it well, we've been getting hot, we've been getting heavy. Woo, the spice flies free. I've been Oscar Eadlin. Keep it spicy now. And remember, it's always fun. It's always so much more fun if it's epically messy.